Tonight's agenda is not about personnel. It's about power, raw political power. And I want the public to understand exactly what's happening here because the stakes could not be higher. The board president is attempting to remove Superintendent Diana Sayavedra, not because of poor performance, not because of scandal, not because of student outcomes, but because she refuses to bend the knee to political pressure. Because she has the courage to lead independently, and because, quite frankly, she wasn't the crony that the board president wanted in the first place. I want to make something crystal clear tonight. I sat on the board in 2021 during the last superintendent search process. I signed the same non-disclosure agreement that the rest of us did, but there are moments in public service when the truth must be told, especially when public trust, taxpayer dollars, and the future of 47,000 students hang in the balance. This is one of those moments. During the 2021 search process, Leah Hanany, now board president, rigorously and repeatedly advocated for one particular applicant. That was Dr. Daryl Henson from Marlin ISD, to be selected as our next superintendent. He ultimately made it into the final 4 candidates. What Leah failed to disclose to the board or to the public was that she was actively employed by Marlin ISD at the time. That was not just a lapse in judgment. Any logical person could see that as a deliberate concealment of a clear conflict of interest. She tried to, in summary, she tried to install her own boss and friend as superintendent of EPISD. That was a breathtaking breach of public trust. It was only towards the end of the search process that the Board of Trustees became aware of this conflict of interest. By then, the damage was done. But the board had the wisdom to select Diana Sayavedra instead, a proven no-nonsense educator who put kids above politics. Simply put, Leah Hanany's power play failed. Since then, Diana has served the district with dignity and professionalism. She took over in the middle of a pandemic. She inherited deep financial uncertainty. She had competing priorities, but she made tough calls and worked every day to restore trust in this district. In fact, many times I had to rein her in a little bit because I felt like she was working a little bit too hard, and I told her to make time for her family. And for that, she's being targeted tonight. But this isn't just about Diana Sayavedra, it's about who replaces her. Let's not pretend that we don't know where this is heading. If the board president succeeds, we all know a crony will be installed. Somebody who may very well purge the district of professionals who don't play political games. Someone who will answer to power instead of principle. We've all seen where this road leads. How many times have we seen El Paso ISD get burned by political motivations, manipulations, and power plays? I remember the FBI raids. I remember seeing the superintendent in handcuffs, and I'm telling you with all sincerity that we're marching down that road again. Tonight's agenda item is not about the future of the district. It's about consolidating control. It's about punishing a superintendent who would not be used. It's about clearing the way for a takeover. And I will not be silent about it. And let me say to my fellow trustees, if you vote to remove Superintendent Sayavedra tonight, or you force her out in the weeks to come, you don't get to blame TEA when the district gets into a tailspin. You don't get to blame the state or the legislature or enrollment trends. You will own it, and the public will remember it.
Before I make
Thank you. As for me, I will not be part of this. I stand tonight in full defense of our superintendent, in defense of ethics and transparency, and in full opposition to the political purge being launched under the guise of board governance. And let the record show, I will not be intimidated, I will not be silenced, and I will not stop calling this out for what it is. It's a betrayal of public trust.